Hello guys, my name is Gareth J. Hugh and I'm here to go through the $1,000 blueprint. Now $1,000 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but $1,000 is a good place to start. It's as good a place as any. I find that if you have smaller bite-sized targets, it's easier for you to achieve and it's easier to see yourself achieving them because they're achievable, especially when you're first starting out. If you immediately start in internet marketing and you decide you want to go for $100,000 a month, absolutely admirable, fantastic, but it's a massive, massive jump from zero to $100,000 a month. That's why I'd rather you start in sort of smaller steps and start aiming for $1,000. $5,000 from $1,000 is a lot easier to achieve. From $5,000 to $10,000 is a much smaller step. $10,000 to that $100,000 a month is a lot more achievable, and it's a much smaller step basically than going from zero to $100,000. Now, there's something I want to address before I go any further. It's about internet marketing as a whole. I find that there is quite a large misconception about internet marketing. Internet marketing is seen, and when I first got into internet marketing, a lot of the advertising was about flashy cars, fantastically massive mansions, wads of cash, speedboats, beautiful women, and it's not really the case. Yes, there is some fantastic money to be made in internet marketing, but you find the people who are making the most money are the ones that do it quietly behind the scenes. I'm not saying they don't market, they don't self-promote. What I'm saying is they don't show, their flashy brand new Bentley in the drive or their Ferrari or whatever else. Those are people who tend to, dare I say it, fake it until they make it. So I just want to address this misconception to start with before we go any further. Okay, there's a difference with internet marketing between a dream and the actual reality. So let's have a look at the dream side of things first. So the dream that is sold to us, it's marketed to us, promoted to us. Now, we're in the business of promoting and advertising ourselves, but not misrepresenting what we're actually promoting and the information that we're selling. The first thing that really does get on my nerves is this push button software, this magic button, this magic pill that's going to instantly make you rich. Don't get me wrong, I've fallen foul of it myself, especially when I first started. I bought numerous packages. If I remember rightly, one was on stock markets, another one was on horse racing, another one was on gambling actually, poker. And they all promise to make you rich very, very simply with very, very little work, hardly any investment, etc., etc. But if we actually think about things logically, if there really was a piece of software that literally took hardly any effort to run, that did make you rich, especially in a very short period of time, why would they be selling it at all? Never mind for like $10. So, I mean, you really got to sort of do a sanity check, guys. I mean, if I had a bit of software that I had created myself, and it was making me thousands, never mind millions, if it was making me thousands of dollars, why would I sell that if I had a nice little secret bit of software that would make me money whenever I pressed a button? Not that that's ever going to happen, because it's just not possible. Now, the flash houses and the big cars, as I've already sort of alluded to, that they are actually real. This is a fantastic business to be in. I'm not saying it isn't. I absolutely love internet marketing. It's just the way it makes you feel about internet marketing. It makes you feel that those things are easily achievable, and they're not. Like any business, this takes hard work, grit, determination, and some time. You've got to invest quite a bit of time into this business. Which leads me on to quick riches. There isn't a quick fix. There's no quick riches in anything in life. Now, if you seriously think that you can work for an hour and earn $1 million, you are going to be very disappointed. It's not possible. I know for a fact, because the amount of hours that I've invested into my business just to get to this stage, you're probably talking, I started when I had a full-time job, and then since then, obviously, I managed to go full-time in internet marketing. I'm probably doing still about 6 to 7 hours a day. That's only 5 days a week. I don't work weekends. And The beauty of it though is that I get to work when I want to work. I don't have to work when I'm told I have to work from 8 till 5. I don't have the long commute. So I do those hours mainly when the kids are in school. I get up, I take the kids to school in the morning, come back, I do some work, I go to the gym, have some lunch, do some more work, pick the kids up, I do a little bit more work, do the tea, job's done. Everything that I want to get achieved in that day is done. Sometimes I will have obviously evening calls with coaching clients. I might do a webinar in the evening, but that's choice. I don't have to do it. I can pre-record it if I want to. If I'm not going to be there, if I want to be doing something else with the children or the family, I don't have to do it. That's the beauty of internet marketing. The other misconception is it's easy money. You can sit there and work in your PJs, and it gives you the impression that it's not a serious business, basically. Now, that's appealing to people's wants. Everybody in God's green earth would like to sit there in their pajamas, work for an hour, and earn $1,000 a day. Absolutely, who wouldn't want that? Rather than actually getting up, going to work, doing that long commute, dealing with horrible stupid bosses in some cases, co-workers moaning all of the time, customers that want everything for nothing. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit in the comfort of their own home, in their pajamas, and earn lots and lots of money with very, very little work? Now, I'm not saying it can't be like that, and it will be like that, but you have to put the work in first. So let's have a look on the other side of the actual reality of internet marketing. Now, these are the positives, obviously. You get paid 24/7. So, literally, you can get paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can get paid in your sleep. How is that possible? Because you're selling your knowledge, your expertise. Now, because we're in the information marketing field, what we do is we provide our information or knowledge once. You do the work once and you can get paid over and over and over again. It is a great business, and it does give you, as I've already explained, time freedom, because you can work when you choose to work. You can work as hard as you want or as little as you want. But what I am really stressing to you is to start with, you have to put the work in, you have to put the time in, you have to do the groundwork. Which brings me on to what I actually wanted to talk to you about. Now, to start in internet marketing, what you need to realise is that if you start internet marketing and chasing the money is not going to come to you. You're not going to be a money magnet. You can't come on the internet and go, I want the money, bring it to me. It doesn't work like that either. What you need to realise is that it's all about value. Now, if you want to earn $1,000, in this case, per month, what you need to do is you need to provide more than $1,000 worth of value. Now, let me explain what I mean. Nobody's going to give you $1,000, whether that be 100 people giving you $10 each, whether it be one person giving you $1,000, or whether it's 1,000 people giving you $1 each. They're not going to give you that money. You're not going to be able to convince those people to part with their money unless you're providing something in return. And it's called an exchange. So what you need to be able to do is provide a way of providing them with valuable value. Value that they find more, it's worth more to them than the money that you're asking for in exchange for it. Okay, so let's take an example of a $10 product, okay? Now, as already stated, you create a $10 product once. Let's call it a video, okay? So you do some research and you sit down and you record a 1 hour video on, let's keep it simple, and let's say on how to create a website, okay? Now that's valuable information for people who do not know how to create a website. You'd be surprised how many people don't. So you sit down for an hour and you go through how to create a website from beginning to end, all the way from domain name, actually setting the website up, transferring the domain name over to, let's say you're going to use WordPress, getting WordPress set up onto that domain and then onto the hosting site. Then from there, actually creating the site. So designing it, how to put the content in, where to get the content from, and all of that stuff. Okay, so start to finish, the A to Z of starting or building your own website. Now that's valuable information for a particular type of person that wants to know how to build a website. Is it worth $10? It's hard to say, but in this instance, let's say yes, it definitely is. If I wanted to build a website and I didn't have a clue where to start, including domain names, I didn't know anything about WordPress. I was in the dark. I want to start online and I haven't got a clue how to start a website. Now, how much would it cost to pay a website designer or a website developer to actually create one for you? We're talking minimum, $100, and that would go up to, I'd imagine, $10,000 to $15,000. So in that case, the value proposition here is absolutely worth $10. If in your video you can get across in a step-by-step, easy to follow training modules, then that training is worth at least $10. Can you see where I'm coming from and what I'm getting at? So the value that you're providing for that customer that wants to know how to set up a website, whether that be a small business and a new internet marketer, because you're saving them between, let's say, $100,000 and $15,000 because they're going to do it themselves, that information is definitely worth $10. So what you would then do is you would then market that to, you would find the people who want or need to start a website. And like I've already mentioned, that would be obviously new businesses, small businesses that don't have websites, businesses that have websites that are completely out of date, that don't work or function very well anymore. They haven't moved with the times, they're not integrated with social media, etc. They haven't got videos and all of the other new things that have come about in the last sort of few years. That is definitely worth at least $10. But you do that video once, you find that hungry market, you find those people with that pain point. They have the lack of knowledge of starting a website, you have that knowledge, and what you're doing basically is you're exchanging that information and that knowledge for that $10 in this example. Do I think it's worth more than $10? It probably is, yes. But I'm just using this as an example. Now, what you need to do when you first start an internet business is you need to decide what market you want to serve. So you find the hungry market first. And what this is called basically is it's niche selection. You need to find what you want to concentrate on. So I have another mind map to demonstrate this for you. It's called niche selection, funny enough. Now there are three main niches that I would suggest you look at. Now the three niches are wealth, relationship and health. Now why do I say that? Because as I've already mentioned, you need to find a hungry market. You need to find people that are willing and able to spend the money to acquire the knowledge that you're providing and offering. Now in those three niches, they are definitely niches that people both have the money and are willing to spend the money on acquiring the information that they need and to overcome the pain points and the problems and questions that they have. So let's have a look at health to start with. Now, health is a large niche. You then need to find the sub-niche and maybe even the sub-niche within that. So what I suggest is that you go 3 deep. I'm not suggesting in any way, shape or form that you follow these suggestions. I'm saying these are examples and you need to do this for yourself. So health. So what you have in health first. So perhaps weight loss. Now, who doesn't want to be thinner? Everybody wants to be thinner. And the industry, the weight loss industry, is worth billions upon billions of dollars because people are lazy. People want to find shortcuts. People always want to find an easier, cheaper, quicker way of losing weight. So the sub-niche could be how to lose weight with no time to train. We're targeting busy professionals here. So how to lose weight with no time to train. That's appealing obviously to the busy professionals. The sub-niche From that, so the third level would be maybe, this is just an idea, how male executives over 35 can lose £20 in time for Christmas without the need to train, as an example. Do you see where I'm coming from, what I'm getting at? Okay, so let's have a look at relationships for an example. So relationships is the main niche. Then you've got dating within relationships. It could be coping with divorce, how to get divorced, how to catch a cheating husband, wife, etc. It could be anything from relationships. So dating is just an example. From dating then, you could go into how to pick up women. Is that deep enough? Probably not. It's not targeted enough. So, I mean, it's fine. You'd be able to work with that, and there'd be lots of things within how to pick up women in the dating niche within the relationship niche. But what about dating, how to pick up women, and then the third level, how to attract women on a dating site, which is obviously a massive growing industry. I heard on the radio literally yesterday that the marketplace for online dating for over 55-year-olds has grown exponentially, absolutely ginormous in the last 18 months. And it's still growing because the over 55-year-olds cannot find anywhere else to find a suitable partner. So that's just another example of a niche that you could look at. Let's have a look at wealth, which is the niche obviously I'm in internet marketing. So the main niche is internet marketing. Then from there, for instance, in my example specifically, I concentrated on traffic generally. Then I started with free traffic. I explored and looked at lots and lots of different ways of generating free traffic. Then from free traffic, you could go even deeper and say, for instance, people don't want just traffic. What do they do with that traffic afterwards? How to make $100 per day using only free traffic. Now that's obviously very appealing to people who haven't got a lot of money to invest in traffic, and $100 per day obviously is quite a nice amount of money to start with. So generally, that's what you need to do for niche selection. So, I mean, there are other niches, don't get me wrong, there are other niches that work very, very well. So the key points that you want to remember is your market hungry? Do they want the information? Can they find lots and lots of free information online, apart from paid information, for instance? Is there a lot of competition in the market? Now, competition is important because competition becomes your support, basically. If there isn't a lot of competition in a marketplace, I would be questioning why isn't there a lot of competition. I want competition. You need the market to sell to in the first place. Then you need to work out how you can then serve that market. So if there isn't any problems in that marketplace, you're not going to be able to provide any solutions and sell those solutions to anybody. Nobody wants to give you any money for it. You have to be able to access the market. Is it a market you can get into? For instance, we're not going to start, we're not going to go up against Microsoft as an example. We're not talking about that sort of niche or marketplace. You need to find a group of people gathering online with a problem. And you then find out what their problems are by looking at forums, asking questions, looking at reviews and feedback on Amazon. Amazon is a wealth of information. But what I like to do is look at the actual reviews. What are people not liking about the product that they're looking at? And again, I'm looking at my competition providing those products or even my own products. Would you, for instance, this is an example going back to looking at what you want to achieve. Would you hand over $5,000 to somebody you've never spoken to? No, you wouldn't. Well, I don't think you would. One, you have to establish trust. You have to establish your expertise. You have to establish what that person's value is. What are they going to give in return for that $5,000, as an example? So no matter if people are worried about the sales page, as an example, if you're already online, you're already sort of dipping your toe in and you're trying things out, guys, you might be thinking it's your sales page that's not converting, when really it's the fact that you're not connecting with your customer. Now, will people take a little gamble for a lower priced, say $7 to $10 product? Yeah, they probably will. So once you've found your market, you then need to find out what their problems are, and you need to start small. You need to start with a low-end front-end product. So you need to start with a sort of $7 to $10, well, even $5 to $10 product to get people used to exchanging money for your knowledge and information. But the most important thing is that you need to blow it completely out of the water with the value that you provide for whatever monetary exchange happens. So that's basically an introduction to internet marketing and the sort of first step, choosing your niche. Now, what I find with niche selection is that people procrastinate a lot on this stage. They spend days, weeks, months. I've even spoken to a person that took 2 years to decide what niche to select. Just select it and go with it, because at the end of the day, you can always change if you don't like the niche you're in. When I first started, the person that I was speaking to and was helping and guiding me a lot asked me if I enjoy the niche. You know, is it an interest to me? Because I'm going to be spending a lot of time in that niche. I'm going to be doing a lot within that niche. Well, is that important? It is, yes. You do want to actually enjoy what you do. And I find that you're a lot more passionate about something if you enjoy it. But in general, what I enjoy most is the actual training and helping people. Yes, I enjoy writing training materials, I enjoy doing videos, but the main thing is actually seeing somebody progress and the light bulb moment. In that moment when you see somebody, right, now I get it, and you start to see them improve and actually get better and better and better, that's the enjoyment I get out of internet marketing the most. I started with internet marketing, I started with traffic, went into sort of free traffic from there, out of circumstance more than anything else, and then lots and lots of different products have come from that. Still stayed in internet marketing, but I have deviated with my sub niches. I do a lot with webinars now, I do a lot with product creation, but my main thing is coaching. So that encompasses obviously internet marketing as a whole, because the more I've learned, the more value I'm able to give other people. So that's basically internet marketing, guys. You can't buy a $7 product, read it, and then decide to resell that in your own words. It doesn't work like that. You have got no right to do that for a start. You have no proof that you've made that work. You have no expert status. You need to learn, apply, and then teach, because you have the proof to be able to say, this works, this is the proof for it, this is how I did it and how I put it into my own way of working. So, literally, internet marketing is like this. You sell your product and you make money, but you don't concentrate on the money. If all you're thinking is money, 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 unfortunately, money is not going to come to you. If you start thinking value, and how can I provide as much value to as many people as possible, the money will follow. I'll leave you with 2 thoughts, and these are really, really important. If you have the most valuable information in the world, but nobody can see that product, that offer, what the value is that you're offering, you will never make any sales. So the most important part, apart from obviously selecting your niche and actually getting started, is building a list, a targeted list. And everything you do on a daily basis should be about building a list. A targeted list of people you then need to connect with and start adding value to, free if needs be. When you first start, people aren't going to start handing over wads of cash. You might have to start providing and showing people that you can actually add value to them on a free basis, which is why I've already said that there is work involved in this. It's not a push button system. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Let me give you an example of something that I work to, and this is literally on a weekly and daily basis. This is my $10,000 blueprint. Forget about making money online and concentrate on exchanging value for free to start with if needs be. Build a targeted list. Everything should be focused on building a list. By spending time and helping people in the places that my target market hang out. For me, this is places like Warrior Forum, Facebook groups, Digital Point, YouTube. Consistency. I need to get more organised and provide consistent value. So this is the agreement I've made with myself. Every week I need to record 2 videos for use in providing value. To use as giveaways in exchange for email addresses. To use as answers to people's pain points and questions. To use on YouTube, which is a massive traffic generation channel if you get it right. And use as lead magnets. And use to provide value to my own list and my own subscribers. Every week I will record at least 1 hour of training based on what my subscribers tell me that they want to find out more about or they're having problems with. I will also use it to sell to my list and to launch as a standalone product, to leverage affiliate traffic, which is something we're going to come on to later on in this series. I also use this as part of my content in my membership area. So I'm going to give people basically a choice of getting into the membership area and getting every bit of training that I produce for a set amount every month, or to buy each product as they come out. That's completely up to them as their decision. One of the side points that I've made for myself I need to get better at is I need to record my numbers better. In internet marketing, there literally are 2 things. You need to know your numbers and you need to know how to connect with your customers. That's the 2 things generally. In short, I'm going to start treating this as a real business and do the daily activities needed to achieve my first goal of $10,000 a month. Now that's a little bit old, but that is something I wrote out and is still on my desk to this day. And I had one for $1,000, I had one for $5,000, I've now got one for $100,000. So it's achievable, and that's why I'm talking about these stepping stones. So if you are willing to put a bit of time in, a little bit of effort, this is a great business to be in. But please don't come into the business thinking that there is a push button software that is going to get you to where you want to be very, very quickly. My name is Gareth J. I'm going to wrap up now. Any questions, please email them to me or come through my membership site and leave a comment on the blog there. And that's at garethjhugh.com, and that's Jehu. I'm signing off, and I'll speak to you all soon.